Step back and see the macro and digest it down to the micro. Trading, investing, and geopolitics from macro down to the micro. Welcome to Macronomics.
Welcome back to Macronomics, guys. I had to make this quick episode just because it was heavy on the mind, so I wanted to just hop on. So it's actually the first rift on Journey of Humanity. Let me check real quick, see who the author is. It's an audiobook that we started. It's called The Journey of Humanity, The Origins of Wealth and Equality. So the reason why I wanted to get on here is because this is painting a vivid macro view that we can extrapolate as we move forward to help us gather an understanding of wealth and inequality, and also how this affects the markets that we trade and we're invested in. So I guess the premise, without me going into too much detail where we're at now, is humanity within the past 100 years, 200 years, the industrial age to be specific, it allowed a huge growth of humans to come forth. And this process is actually not, it's slowing down, it's changing. At least from what the author's saying. And so something that hit me hard is that, so with a lot of humans that are born into poverty in the world now, they're usually farmers on land that need a lot of human capital in the form of children in order to make any type of ends meet. And that just doesn't work now. So let's go all the way back. So when agriculture first, and nobody really has the origins of it as far as I know, but before agriculture, it was human, hunting and gathering. And this overall wasn't it led to tribes growing and resources being used up. And at least that's the premise. And so then you have agriculture, which comes around, which allows for a growth of humans, right? But then it stagnates, because then you have it stagnates because there's only so much that you can do with monocropping and whatnot. So there was a lot of disease and just poverty. And so the next boom from there was an industrial age, manufacturing jobs. And so this allowed the wealth gap to increase, or not increase, but wealth to increase, as well as the birth rate to increase, because you had jobs that people could do, bringing in more money, didn't have to rely on so much on farming, which is backbreaking for not a lot of wealth that was being generated. And so then it stagnated. The industrial age stagnated because now manufacturing led to less humans being needed, less hands. And you've probably seen this within Detroit. They call it the Rust Belt. Detroit, Indiana, Ohio. This area was home to a lot of manufacturing jobs that got hollowed out and sent overseas because it was cheaper. If you're a company and you can have your product created cheaper, I mean, at the end of the day, you would probably do it. If it costs $10 to make a product, you can find someone that's gonna make it $2. That's profit margin, right? That's just business. It's nothing personal. I'm not saying I agree with the economic point of view, but then again, though, economics is not personal. And so they went overseas, right? But now what we're experiencing is a new boom. So you had a stagnation with the industrial age, and now we're coming up on a new, where we're touching the resistance, right? But this eventually will become the support. And so specifically with, I'm sorry, I smelled smoke. My wife, I guess, made a fire. I'm smelling a lot of it. But so this next boom, guys, is essentially now, instead of having you know, low educated, um, labor intensive jobs, now we're transitioning to basic educated, well rounded individual that has specific skills that can be used in an area. See, with manufacturing jobs, it didn't take, like, you didn't need to know much, right? It was just pretty much labor intensive. But now, since you've had the foundational blocks of civilization installed in the form of education, basic math, reading, science, just basic stuff, right? Now that you have this, now you can create a well-rounded individual, and now you can groom this individual and put them in specific skill sets within the society that's causing booms. So here's an example. Within the e-commerce space, you have marketing, right, which is general but yet specific. I feel like this is taking off. You have many different avenues that is being created, that are being created. And I feel like this is going to be important as we move forward, because this is going to help us to create the macro sphere. Manufacturing jobs, you have technology that can use and automate a lot of this. So the human capital part is going to be best used learning specific skills that you can utilize. So as an example, I don't know if I've shared with you guys one of our other podcasts, Shine Digitally, but I learned a lot about marketing in the form of creating funnels, customer acquisition, customer nurturing, just really just the whole aspect of communicating, making sales, and the whole process, right? That it taught me a lot. It's a skill set that I've learned, right? I took that, I enjoy it, but I enjoy creating processes and funnels that are automated, right? And then I can install people that do specific things like video editing, etc., and they can create these assets. Like, I'm partnering with someone right now that's building a website, right? I thought about it. Why do I need to go and learn all these damn things? No, I understand the overarching concept of this funnel that's being created. And so then I go out and I find the capital, the human capital that specializes in this specific skill set. One of the websites is actually a website that we're going to rank over time locally on Google, right? And so this person specializes in ranking and optimizing Google My Business pages. So, okay, boom, I'm going to work with that person. You have a specific skill set. I want to utilize that. Now we can extrapolate that point right there and bring it to the macro sphere. You have these skill sets that can be utilized that are going to continue this boom for humanity. As we move forward, now we're transitioning to moving towards a phase where now it's going to be more about skill sets and not necessarily labor. So with that, I feel like I've been riffing. A lot just came out. I feel like that's a basic summary into this book thus far. Stay tuned, because I'm definitely going to be bringing some more points for us to solidify them. But right now, for us to conclude this episode, let's walk away with this. Manufacturing jobs are decreasing because technology is replacing humans. That's not a bad thing, because now you have humans, right? At least basic in this civilization or society, most societies, I get Western, that have these the basic education that they can take, and then they then can apply that to a specific skill set. Like the skill set I just talked to you guys about, Google My Business, the page, right? That, in order to have that skill set, you first have to know how to read. You have to be able to know how to maneuver the internet, know what the internet is. And so those basic blocks will allow humans to focus in on a specific skill set. Now, I'm not going to get into specifics as far as investments and where we think that's going, because that's a little deep for today's topic. But overall, the journey of humanity thus far is one that is leaving the industrial age to set its path or its eyes on something anew. And what I've just shared is just a glimpse as far as what I feel and what is being shared from the author. Now, if you enjoyed this little insight, definitely go check that book out. It's called Journey of Humanity. It's going to be I feel like overall it's been a great book already. So definitely check it out. And I am definitely going to be tuning back in on here to share with us some more insights around this book. So until the next one, keep putting the micro to the macro and the macro to the micro.